Hey guys, welcome to question MM286 of the Maths Methods 4 to 5 study guide. Now, in this question we get given this graph here with the shaded area. We know that the graph is equal to y equals 1 take log e of 2 take x. And the question says to find the area of the shaded region in the diagram above, 4 mathematicians offer their solutions as follows. Awesome. So we basically need to, the question says which of the mathematicians are correct. So we need to figure out which one of the options 1, 2, 3, and 4 are correct. So if you're looking at your paper at the moment, that's going to be the best way to figure this out. But if not, you should get it because otherwise it's going to be a bit confusing. So area 1 is basically saying we're getting, actually, you know what, let's not do it that way. What we're actually going to do is we're going to say that option 3, and you would do this kind of trial and error based. So option 3 option 3 says 4 minus 2e to the negative 1 minus 0 to the 2 take e negative 1 of 1 minus log e of 2 take x dx. Right? So what we're doing with this is we're getting this bit here is the area of this total rectangle. So 2 times 2 take e to the negative 1, so that's this bit here. And we're minusing the area under this graph here, right? So this graph is 1 take log e, 2 take x, and we're minusing that area under there, and that's going to leave our shaded area. So we know that option 3 is correct, okay? So immediately we can actually eliminate option E. We know that we can look at option 2, for example, and say that the area is, so what they're saying is the area is 0 to 2 take e negative 1, 1 take log e of 2 take x dx, right? What they're saying here is that we're taking the area under this graph, which is actually our original graph, from 0 to 2 take e negative 1. So this is saying we're going to find the area under this graph, which is not the area we want. We want this area, not this. So option 2 is not correct, okay? So immediately we know that option 2 isn't correct and option 3 is correct, okay? Let's go through the other ones. I should have done this in order, but I don't know. My brain just kind of melted when I started doing this. So let's go with option 1 for now. Awesome, so the area from 1 take log e of 2 to 2, so area equals 1 take log e of 2 to 2 of 1 take log e of 2 minus y dy. Awesome. So effectively what we're doing when we swap this to y is nothing. Okay, when we swap this to y and say dy, we're still finding the area under this graph. Even though that's an x and this is a y, it's still going to give us the same thing because these y's are going to be like subbed in for these anyway. So what happens is we're actually just doing the area still under this graph because that's just a y and it's not actually changing anything, which means we're doing the area under this graph from 1 take log e of 2, which is wherever, maybe here, to 2, which is like somewhere here. So we're saying we're finding the area under there, which is not the area we want, right? We only want this area. This area is not correct, which means that option 1 is not correct, okay? So we can say that 3 is correct now, and 1 and 2 are not. So now we need to look at option 4. Now option 4 says that the area is going to be 1 take log e of 2 to 2 of 2 take e to the 1 minus x dx. Awesome. All right, now this is a bit more of an obscure one, and you might even see this straight away and just discount it and be like, no, that's not right. But what we're actually doing is we're saying the area from, actually, first of all, 2 minus e to the 1 minus x is the inverse of this. Okay, so that's really important. So this being the inverse of that, this graph is going to look something like this, right? Because it gets reflected across this line. So it's going to start here at 1 minus log e of 2 and kind of come up like this and move away like that. And we're saying we're going to find the area under this graph from 1 take log e of 2, which is this section here, to 2, which is this section here, right? That's what we're effectively doing by doing this. Even though my diagram might not look like it, these two are the same. right? Because 1 take log e of 2 is here, and 2 is here, and all we've done is just flipped it onto the other side. So option 4 is actually correct. So our correct answer is A, right? Because 3 and 4 are both correct. I know that was a little confusing, so please comment below if you're not too sure and you have a question. But apart from that, that's it for that question. So with these ones, you really just need to make sure that you're trying each option and really making sure that they are correct. Because you could have easily said B, which was 3 only, as in option 3 was correct only, but 4 was also correct. So you just need to be careful about that. That's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.